So, Paul, the question is, if elected, what will be your mission as a board member?
Thank you, Charlie. Good afternoon. Thanks for coming. I hope you've enjoyed a beautiful Sea Pines day. If I'm elected, my mission I see is one of building trust and confidence between property owners and the CSA board. I'm obviously a fellow property owner and have been since 1990, and also a full-time resident since the year 2000. I want to enhance the quality of our life by doing what is best for the resident property owner. Now, all of us want to feel that our needs and concerns are being heard by somebody who cares enough to listen and then have a dialogue to the point where action is taken for the good of all property owners. So my mission, therefore, will be to accept the challenge, build consensus, and earn the confidence and trust of my fellow property owners. Thus, we can get things accomplished and further enhance the quality of our life in Sea Pines. Thank you.
And welcome, everyone. It's about at least double what we had this morning, if not more. My name is Sue Emke. My husband Lane and I have been full-time residents since 2001. We have 2 sons and 1 daughter. We moved here because of the natural beauty of Sea Pines Plantation. ASSPPO, I'm only running for the ASSPPO board. ASSPPO is the sole representative of the residential property owners, both full-time and part-time. It is time for the ASSPPO board members to use the authority granted by the covenants to steadfastly enforce the covenants and vigorously represent the residential property owners. If elected, my mission will be to provide effective representation of the interests of the residential property owners. This will involve communicating openly with them concerning all matters that affect them, providing a forum in which they can express their opinions, listening to those opinions, and acting in conformance with those opinions. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie, and welcome everyone this afternoon. I want to thank Charlie and the nominating committee for considering me and agreeing to place me on the ballot this year for both the ASSPPO and the CSA boards. And I wish also the best for all of my fellow candidates. As for my mission, I expect to execute the business of our community in a manner which will ensure that Sea Pines continues to be the premier plantation on Hilton Head Island. I'll apply my experience, my knowledge that I've gained over these 30 plus years in a sensible way, considering all the matters before the board, and act in a matter which is in the best interest of the community as a whole. Thank you.
When I interviewed, they asked me, what few things do you think that you can contribute? And I have a couple of interests that I think I bring to this in terms of a mission. One is long-range planning. I think that we need to know how and where we are going. We're making rapid progress on that. I have good experience on it in that I headed up the long-range planning committee for the Sea Pines Country Club, and we have implemented many of those ideas. Second thing I have a great interest in personally, and I'm a frequent visitor, is the Forest Preserve. And again, I serve on the Forest Preserve board, so it's very dear to my heart. If I had to come up with a mission, I think I'd come up with something simple because that's what I like to do. I like to keep it brief and I like to keep it simple. And that is to serve well. That's my job. These boards run on committee structure, so you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to listen. You have to be willing to compromise. And you need to understand what's going on. And I hope I can do that. Thank you.
Thank you for everyone showing up. And my main mission, if elected, will be to lobby for free medical care and for a pension after serving only 1 term. Just kidding, this isn't Washington, D.C., but a special slice of paradise called Sea Pines Plantation. And my mission, if elected, is to pursue ASSPPO's rights to enforce the covenants, to protect the residents, the need to have open and early discussion about any projects with the developers and the town council. This will hopefully give some transparency to the issues and alert the town about our covenants. Full discussion, transparency, and the covenants must be involved in all matters regarding the residents' rights for any future development. This is my mission.
As with all of the other candidates, I thank you for being here and for your attention. My mission, if elected, would be to attempt to bring together property owners, full-time residents, part-timers, and investors through regularly scheduled, more informal groups. There are those who cannot come to community coffees. They are working, they're out of town, they're on vacation, or if they come, they are almost afraid to speak up. And I think that in this community, there is an incredible amount of talent and creativity. Creativity which can deal with both issues as well as potential solutions. I would like to originate and hold small, informal groups that are scheduled and open, and then take the information that I receive, both issues and potential solutions, to the board for action. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the nominating committee for putting my name forth here, and I appreciate that. Why am I running for the board? And let me give you something there. I want to be an effective director and help the board further improve its effectiveness. I think you as property owners 2 years ago spoke up, got involved in the process, had your voices heard, and decided to hold the board accountable, which you've been doing. I think the board has responded to that. I think they've made changes. I think they've started the improvements in those. And I think the 3 directors that were elected to the board last year have added to that. So I think some of the heavy lifting has either started or is underway, but I think there's a lot of work left to do. I think my expertise in finance and economics and also in executive management would fit the needs of these boards, and then I would commit to put in the time and resources to make it an effective board and be an effective board member. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My mission, if elected, is my primary concern is the one of openness, and that is the responsibility of the residential property owner to know. And so I will insist upon open deliberations at every opportunity, if elected. That is the only way to operate on our unique master plan that Charles Frazier created, which we live under. I will do my best to openly identify who is responsible for what. We should all know the authoritative responsibilities of all entities that are charged with upholding our official CPINE's master plan and any associated covenants. And those covenants are used to implement the plan. And so that is something that we must pay attention to. I will strive to develop and implement a simplified and open planning and permitting process of decision making. These things are very necessary in this CPINES. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. And I'm happy to see as many people here that we didn't have this morning. My mission will be to work with every party who has the interest within CPINES to return this plantation to a position it once held, and that was a world-class residential resort community. Think about it. We have everything that paradise could offer. We've got water, we've got beaches, we've got trees, we've got paths, we've got people. There are too many successful people, however, for this place to be divided, and it is. My mission is to minimize the differences by focusing not on commercial interest, resort interest, or even property owner interest. My mission is to focus on a much, much bigger picture, and that is CPINES as a whole. No house divided can stand. Thank you.